Well, hey everyone! Woohoo!
Hi.
All right,
Howdy.
we're live. This is a motley crew,
Hey.
or I don't know what, a big old band of misfits. We're all misfits, I think.
Oh yeah.
It's a happy band of misfits or something. I don't know. This is a really exciting session for me as Le Grand Poobah. Mostly because we're not only streaming this on all of our LSW channels, but we've also this event is run in partnership with our friends at Innovate Longmont. And hi, Sergio. And this is something that they've offered as a part of just their general community outreach. And because I get to be my I don't even have to have the demo T-shirt. I'm wearing it today. We're selling swag on the LongmontStartupWeek.co site. This is what we're calling our standard T-shirt. We have a pocket tee as well. You can get sticker sheets as well. And if you go to the Longmont Startup Week website, the .co domain, and you go to our shop, the net proceeds are going to support Innovate Longmont, who's helping provide the session. So, I mean, buy a shirt, you get local pickup options. It's pretty straightforward. The one, I think, for our standard T-shirts is like fully social distanced. It's all been laid out. Everybody, we're trying to make it clean and safe during the midst of a pandemic. But also the best part about this session for me is I don't have to do anything. So I'm going to turn it over to Sergio, and I'm going to let you introduce the panelists and go through the websites. So take it away.
Cool. Thanks, Morgan. Hello, everyone. Nice to virtually meet you all who are watching. Just real quick, we can go over who the panelists are and what we're going to do. So welcome to the Firing Line website edition, where I, alongside this awesome panel, will review websites that have been submitted to us. We started this last month and doing it again today, and we'll continue to do so. So my name is Sergio Angeles. I'm the president and CEO of Innovate Longmont. We're a 501c3 nonprofit startup platform here in Longmont. We run startup accelerators, incubators, startup studios, pop-up Longmont, and more. Do all kinds of cool stuff. So now for the panel, let's start with Kate.
Hi, I'm Kate Neary. I'm co-founder of Catapult Creative Co. We are a collective style marketing and branding agency.
Awesome. Corey, how about you?
Corey Powers. Nice to see all you lovely people. I have to say it every time. It's tradition. I am president and CEO of the Sergio Angeles fan club. So you can see me after this if you want to sign up for that. Co-founder with the wonderful Kate Neary of Catapult Creative Co. So great to be here.
Awesome. Jennifer?
I am Jennifer Bridge, co-founder of Branded Beat. We are a social media management and branding photography company in Longmont.
Sweet. And Nikki?
I'm Jen's sidekick. I'm also co-founder of Branded Beat, social media expert here.
Very cool. Awesome. Well, let's get to it. So I need to show the screen.
Hey, Serge, I had a special way I wanted to kick things off.
Go for
today,
it.
if that's okay with you.
Yes.
I borrowed my daughter's microphone for this. Let's get ready to rumble!
Firing line. Cool. I love that. That's awesome. So as I said before, we're going to be reviewing and going through these websites. We got 9 submissions, so we'll be trying to go through all of them if we can. If not, we'll be moving them over to our next session. So our first website is Boulder Super Hot. Boulder.
B-O. Yeah, B-O-L.
Yeah.
Play on words, maybe.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for this one. I love spicy things.
Mm-hmm.
Give us a scroll there, Serge.
Sure.
And is there a way, I forget, guys, I want to see this screen bigger.
Yeah, I think I'm maxed out for screen size.
Are you?
Very good.
I am loving the images. They are like so clear and bright.
Right off the bat, I think a lot of copy. Looks like really good content. I like how they tell us exactly who they are and what they do pretty quickly. Love the Colorado's hottest farm. It's a great differentiator.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more white space though between this text. Possibly some headers or subheads too to kind of break out the chunks of copy as they're describing themselves.
Yeah.
So the online store that's in the copy there, are you able to click on that?
Yeah. Huh.
Okay. I was wondering, yeah,
Can you buy like the peppers directly? Like, is that what we're buying is peppers, or are we buying like pepper products like salsa? And
It looked like in the copy it said you could order the peppers.
okay,
Yeah.
But not from the website, apparently. Just swag.
Apparently.
the shirt.
it can
Oh.
be found at the partners. Can you click on Colorado Partners? Where does that take you?
Maybe to where you can purchase, huh? Okay.
Oh, cool.
Hmm.
Oh, so you can get it at Whole Foods down in Denver.
I like this. This is clean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it would be on the homepage, just with all the copy, maybe creating more distinct call to actions. Kind of what's the
Yeah.
goal of the website? Is it to
Mhm.
purchase peppers online? Are we just missing that that link somewhere to the peppers? Or if it is the swag, if it's to find the partners, I think just some easy, clean copy for really, direct call to actions with that.
On this partner page, I'm interested because some of these were breweries. So I'm curious what they provide at that brewery. Does Oscar Blues cook with these peppers, or do they sell like chili, salsa, or like what? I think it's a missed opportunity not to describe how these partners are utilizing the products or what kind of products are available at these partner locations.
Hmm.
Yeah, what a great piece of the story to dig into a little bit.
And sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to chime in. I was just going to say, yeah, I'm surprised. I'd like to know why we can't order online.
Mm-hmm. Agreed, Serge.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, especially because it says that they ship right here at the top. And I think that if we're able to buy them and get them shipped, certainly we should be able to buy them online. Maybe we missed that on the shop page. I'm not sure. But that's something that particularly in this current, it says merchandise 8. So that's why I wasn't sure if we were missing something.
Oh. But no peppers.
Oh,
Yeah, just swag. Anyway, particularly in this time where we are in this COVID, all this curbside pickup and delivery options being ideal, they should really be highlighting that as an option. Where can I buy it? How do I get it shipped to me? And that so far is not clear to me at this time.
And just one note on that too, on the copy, it says the 2019 varieties, 2019 season. So just making sure that copy is up to date, because you don't want people, coming to land on the page and making it seem like you maybe haven't updated it now that we're into 2020.
Well, and that's a good way to segue over to social media. Do they have a social media link? Is their social media updated?
okay, no.
No.
Content.
Well, spoiler alert, I cheated here and I popped over while you were waiting for this to load. And I did find that they do have a Facebook or an Instagram page, but the last post was November of 2019. So I don't know if they are currently shipping or if they're currently, certainly my pepper plants in the garden are prolific right now. I'm sure that they've got inventory.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see some more current content there as well.
I do think this Facebook Messenger button is interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go for it.
Go for it.
Tell them hi.
Hey, can I buy some peppers?
Nice. I'm looking for some super hot peppers.
It says typical reprise within an hour. I thought this is kind
Nice.
of neat. I haven't seen
I like that.
Yeah, having that integrated is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And it also tells me that they have a Facebook page.
Right.
So I'd be curious to see if that is more
Oh yeah, you
current.
can visit their Facebook page.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Lindsay isn't having as much luck as you, Nikki. I'm seeing in the comments here. Me neither, Lindsay.
Ignore them, Lindsay. That's all I do.
I have to say that from a photography perspective, I really think that they have great images, and then even their product images are really nice. It looks like they were professionally done, which I think it elevates the brand overall. And then the logo looks really nice, like too. It's like pretty, it's fun, and it's like unique looking, and so visually, I think that they have a lot to work with. That if they can clean up some of that copy and maybe direct. A little bit more direction on who this site is for. Is it for the partners or is it for direct consumers? Like, that might help clear it up. But I think otherwise it's really visually a nice site.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, Jen, I'm glad you mentioned the visuals again, because I totally agree. And if anything, I just want more of it. It's just such pretty photography. So maybe a little bit more into the harvesting process or something, get some more of the process into the visual storytelling. But
like where is it grown? Like what the gardens look like? Tell
the story here. And I am finding on their Facebook page a post from as recent as 4 days ago that they were at the Loveland Farmers Market, and they do have product pictured.
Okay.
But I'd love to see that on the website. Because right now, I don't know that they
Yeah. Yep. I mean, UX, this is one thing I love about Firing Line is we're all user experience disciples. And, one of the easiest things should be for me to give you my money. So, let's hear about it. Super hot. Comment in the comments. Where's the peppers at?
Yeah. I also feel like they've got some stuff in their copy that's like clever and cheeky, and I'd love to see them sort of own that more and give us more language like that. That works really well in this modern era. People love that kind of humor, and so like that hottest farm thing. I think using more of that language would be beneficial for them, especially once they jump over to social media and start updating that.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, you.
No. Oh, I think there's just a lot of room to have a lot of fun and not overthink it. Be simple with navigation and call to action. But I'm even looking at this because the imagery is so incredible. The background picture being black and white, I almost want color in there because you want to land on this page and kind of be, visually overwhelmed in that way with it.
Want to feel the spice.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't be afraid to have fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Any other comments for Boulder Super Hot?
I just have one tactical. This kind of ties in with what Nikki was saying. A lot of fun copy, a lot more room for fun copy. Add some visual hierarchy with the typography, like break out some of those fun, hottest farms, even if it's making it a different color or something. I'd love to see more of that.
Awesome. Cool. All right. Well, thank you, Boulder Super Hot, for being on the Firing Line. Woo!
To get the mic back up. No, just kidding.
Yeah, please use it. All right.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. I like that comment. All right. Up next is Artisan U Creative Work Studio.
Oh yeah, I've heard of them. They're local here in town.
Are they in Longmont?
Yeah, I think they're over Terry Street-ish.
I wonder if that photo there is their studio. Oh, it's in a little house.
Oh, cute.
Loveland. Oh,
wow.
It's Loveland. Oh, that was Loveland. Okay, fine.
Great images.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will say, I think I counted 10 slides in the homepage slider.
Yeah.
It's a lot. That's a lot. So I think, picking 3 or 4 of the big messages that you want and then being able to sort of streamline everything else that you want to say, but really honing in on those key messages, because getting through 10 slides, there's expecting anyone to sit there and you don't want any of your messages to get lost. Yep. Because people won't wait to go through 10 slides on the homepage here.
Can you hover on it too, Serge? Is it clickable? that's
Yeah.
also an opportunity, you know, to kind of have
It is.
the slides be
Yeah.
clicks
I want
into.
that image of the studio space. If that's a true image, not a stock photo of their actual space, I would highlight the heck out of that. I think that's it looks really inviting. It looks
Yep.
really fun. It looks like a place I want to go and create something. I would have that sort of just be a header,
Yeah.
and then use those other images throughout. Personally, that's how I would choose to set this up. I saw something about clay, so I'm curious if this is pottery painting, but also with an option to create or sculpt. Is that so? Maybe we can explore that.
What we do.
Just one technical thing there. When you hovered over what we do, there were quite a few options. When you
Yeah.
go to that landing page, there are only 2. So just making sure that those are being mirrored.
Yeah. Birthday parties, classes, large events. Yeah.
I like that they chose to say what we do rather than like about us, because I think that it makes me want to click there more than like an about me page would. I want to like see like, okay, like how does it work? What do we do?
It's
And,
more inviting.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like this calendar function, like right on the homepage. It's kind of cool.
Mm.
Showing stuff they do.
See, I almost think it's odd to have the calendar right on the homepage. I would rather have this like launch right into what can I do at this place,
Yeah.
and then maybe the calendar under that. I mean, if we're gonna all have it on the same page,
You can
but
seek it out if you.
having a calendar is helpful, super handy.
And it looks like they are pivoting during the times now, because they are offering like a to-go option and like a, click here and do this online ordering thing, which is super important right now for people to consider. Their business is an in-person brick and mortar like this, where they usually would have customers inside, and maybe they can't do that right now or don't want to do that right now.
Oh, what was that elephant? What was that about?
Well, I don't know. It just showed up on here. There it is.
Hey,
Hi.
it's an impressive pottery piece.
Oh, and
Oh,
so we've got
looks
some
like-
odds.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe they're not ready yet.
I bet those are. It looks like this on Squarespace. I bet they were default images that populated in that widget.
Oh, yes.
We're gonna delete those.
So their shop opens in a separate tab.
Yeah. Separate. Yeah. It takes you to the Square site.
I mean, but it looks like they have a lot of inventory available to shop.
Yeah.
It's really nice. What happens if you just click on one that it has some remaining inventory? What's that process?
Huh. Gotta get this unicorn bank.
Surge. Classic.
Totally you.
I'm guessing you can. These are the colors that you can get with it, and then
Cool.
that is really cool. I like that.
I wonder if is there a maximum that you can choose, or it's not. Does it allow you to check? No,
Wow.
make a rainbow. Make
All
a
the
rainbow.
All the colors.
All the colors,
Oh, this looks really like easy.
Yeah. and then I can just pick it up tomorrow. Wow.
Wow, this is a great checkout experience.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay. What else is up over on their regular website?
I think on the calendar, if you go down to the camp week,
Yeah.
that image is so big that it almost
What's
looks
going
like
on there?
it's a fake.
Yeah.
And I think I know they're trying to take up that full week because it must be a little fun.
Oh,
But I think maybe it's distorting the calendar a little bit.
Yeah, I thought that was something that was splitting the calendar.
same, Nikki.
Yeah. These are clickable, and I guess they go to a separate.
That's,
And now we're
oh.
on another third party, a Get Occasion. So this must be a event booking service.
Huh.
Oh, it's nice they have like the waiver, everything like right there, the contact
Yeah.
form.
Yeah.
Definitely whoever set this up put a lot of effort into making the user experience fluid. Like we're not hitting a link or anything like that. We're getting a lot of information.
Oh, and like to the point that Corey made on the last site. Like, it's easy to give these people money. Like, you're
Yeah.
able to like
Yeah.
sign up, give them your money, and then get going. And like, it seems like that end user piece has been really thought out, and that I think a lot of times you're met with like, okay, call this number, or whatever. And this is definitely like taking care of the customer.
Love that. I am on this main page. I'm wishing that it was a little more full width.
Yeah.
And I know you're on a big monitor, Serge, probably, but and we could check responsiveness. I mean, maybe on a 13-inch so probably.
You can see my icon.
No judgment.
Background.
Pretty put together. Well, so it's really built for mobile. That's what it looks like. This
Totally.
Is there? I'm going to ask if there's a link to social, because I did find that they have.
Right at the bottom. Visit us on Facebook.
Okay. Well, they also have an Instagram.
Huh.
So I actually noticed on the Instagram, there's a link for Facebook and Instagram on their contact us page.
Okay.
But Instagram's not in the footer.
Yeah, they should include that, because they're using, these are really great, fun images of real art that their customers have made. And some of this is really cute and inspiring, making me want to go and create something similar. Especially like these clay pieces, which we have a similar place in town, and they don't offer a clay sculpting option. And I think that's really fun. So I'd be excited about going to do that.
Yeah.
I would actually, in that, the pictures you're clicking on now, the inspiration pictures, if they're able to actually pull in their Instagram feed, I think that would actually be more of a dynamic user experience, because that's what you want people to do. And likely you're going to have a lot of these same images that are going to be featured on your Instagram.
And it's never going to get stale. So if you're constantly updating your Instagram feed, or if you are encouraging your customers to, tag your location so that you can share it, then you're keeping the inspiration gallery fresh and full with the new content. So good. That's good, Kate. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Got a lot of offerings.
One other thing, those links on the bottom to Facebook, I think opened in the same window.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a great comment.
And then is that the web design in the other corner?
Yeah, it's the same window.
Yeah.
Same window.
Yeah.
I would make sure that's open in a separate instead of
I would maybe make it like blue or something, because it's
That's true.
Kind of hard to see there.
Also, just icons instead of text. Users are more used to seeing social links as icons, so that could be an easy one to update.
Yeah, or utilize more of that inspiration gallery like chunk. Like, there's so much dead space there.
Yeah.
If they could split that into 2 columns and have the social there, that would be helpful.
That is one overarching piece, Nikki. I think you're right. The spacing's a little interesting. A lot of content, and I think it probably ties into the fact that seems like it's more designed for tablet or mobile. So on desktop, it's not breathing as much as you'd expect it to. But love the pottery to go kits. It's just
that's so fun.
I like that.
And to have that at the top of the website too, when you get on there and you see all the imagery and immediately pottery to go kits, that's a great place to feature it.
Yeah. Bravo.
Yeah, I think they have great images, and I would like to see more images on each page, like kind of broken up throughout the site. And then just who is and maybe this is just me, but I really love knowing who owns a company, especially when it's a small business. I just want to see how, or hear more about how they got started or something. And that's just a bonus. But it would be nice to see a headshot or something of someone who works there, or who would we be interacting with, a teacher or something.
Great comment, Jen. I do wonder, they offer so much. Back on the homepage, I kind of I'd love an overview, or, just a quick, what do we do? Elevator speech, Yeah.
Well, they sort of have that built into that slideshow, but you have to sit there and watch it. And I don't know that we have that much time. You know,
Right.
I think we've been hovering on this, and honestly, I haven't been reading it. So
Yeah.
I've been looking at the images, but
Yeah.
I think that pulling all of that out and giving us a little block of text for us to skim quickly and get a good idea to encourage us to click around and load it with links. You know, you already have these pages
Yep.
built in.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Or you could, if you shifted the calendar, if you created like a schedule of events or calendar in the nav and replace that almost like with tiles for each of the things that's offered,
Yep.
that could be very visually exciting, and they each have a title and then they clicked more information. That gives you the chance to inject a lot more personality and just streamline what's being offered there as well to the person who's landing on that page.
I agree.
Cool.
Yeah. I want to go there. I have little girls. I think it looks like a fun place to take them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
From.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Artisan U, for being on the firing line. All right. Up next is
Ooh.
jturnerdesign.com.
Ooh. All right.
Really fun logo. I love that. It's very striking, and leaves imagination to bloom. Like this person's going to be able to create all kinds of really exciting things.
Yeah.
I love how it's kind of organic too. It's super cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So this is a homepage.
Perfect.
Mhm.
I almost feel like the size of that top logo, though, takes over the entire page.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Well, there you go. More another mobile design in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for graphic design, and this is, I think, my looking at it, and if I was coming to this, I'm assuming that the website is to bring more clients in.
Right.
That I wouldn't start with about. I would find a way to show off the portfolio from the get-go. Because this is obviously what they do is very visual. They're obviously, I mean, just that logo alone is awesome.
Yeah.
Look at these brands. These are big brands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I agree, Kate, and I think that the copy in this situation is probably like the thing that people will look at last. Maybe they want to, read about what it might cost them to work with him or things like that. But I don't think that like people looking at a graphic designer, they're going to want to see the visuals. They're going to want to really see what that person has done in their portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
Can you go there, Sergio? Here we go.
So,
Okay, so kind of the masonry grid style ish.
yeah, and you can click on each one. So
Okay.
let's
I
click
love
on-
them bigger, to be honest. Like at this, make them full width. Make that whole masonry grid full width. Make the things bigger, like the rest of you were saying.
Yeah.
Big, bright visuals.
Yeah, it shows a variety of what he can do. That's neat.
This is pretty slick. Oh, I like the share function.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you're a graphic designer, you want to share it with your, or if you're somebody looking for a graphic designer, you want to share it with your team. Hey, I found this guy. And the thing that speaks to me about their landing page is it's black and white. It's clean slate. We can do whatever it is that you need us to do or want us to do, or Jay can do that. But absolutely, I feel like highlighting more of that portfolio, because that is, and similarly to like a photographer, you want to hire somebody who's going to create images that you want.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be the first thing that you look at.
Maybe it's as simple as just rearranging the nav. Yeah, so you land on portfolio as the front page, and then about's the second.
And this is maybe an instance where I feel like that scrolling slideshow would be maybe nice on that front page, just to see little glimpses. And maybe it's, maybe not as slow as the last one that we were looking at, to flip through a little bit more quickly. Some pieces that Jay, he's particularly proud of, leading off the charge.
One thing I like about this site is it's almost more of like a web app approach instead of a traditional like long form scrolling website. You don't have like a anchored nav at the top. It's just like the 3 buttons you can interact with.
I like
Maybe
that black border. I think that's super.
I didn't even notice that. That's nice.
It's really clean and clever looking. I really like that a lot.
Almost looks like you're looking at a digital business card in a really cool way.
It is.
Yeah.
Could you scroll down to, the about just a little bit?
Yeah.
The providing services.
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing I was gonna say is I thought this thing was a little weird. It just opens up like a search bar.
Yeah.
That search is in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
That's a good point.
if you were wanting to hire him, like what would you even be searching for on his site?
Right.
Like, is it necessary or maybe it's not?
Yeah.
And I feel like he's doing so many different things because even on when you go to the portfolio, it's logo design, UX design. There are a couple other things in there that are really quick hits that people are probably looking for just those headlines. So if there's a way to call those out as well, if there's maybe a services section that gets into more of that like quick hit packaging design was on there too, that that someone can at a glance see that these are things that he does. I think.
Yeah, I agree. He also, I already scrolled and found his Instagram. But he does all these really cool lino cuts. Like, look at how cool that is.
Oh wow!
And so I think that's probably something that he's doing for himself. I think I'm not reading these while I'm participating here, but I think he has the link for Instagram down at the bottom, which is great, and it's the icon. So he's hitting those marks that we talked about earlier. But I think that it's fun to be like, what I'm working on now. And then show us the actual images on the website. And that's, again, going back to, hey, it's keeping it fresh. It's showing us, I don't know that he does lino cuts from the website yet. And maybe that's something he wants to do. I'm not really sure. But I think that that's a dynamic and fun way to engage with whoever's landing on your page.
Yeah. And I'm going to go to the visuals because that's my favorite thing. I want to see Jay Turner. Like, I want to know.
Where you at?
Yeah.
I just love to know who the person is, and I think it'd be great to see that. And then I also think some the visuals, like we were talking about, a scrolling gallery maybe at the top would be cool to see more of that.
Yep.
Yeah, just more.
And if he doesn't want it on the landing page, that's fine, because I do think this is really fun, like you said, like a digital business card, which I really love that idea. And maybe have this landing page look a little bit more like that. And then when you click over to the portfolio, then we see a little slideshow where we click on things or scroll down to see more specifics about each individual. But yeah, I think he's missing an opportunity to really highlight his work, which is very good. So
I want to second what Jen said too. Just like a picture of him, maybe a little bit about like what he likes to do in his free time, besides obviously create beautiful graphic design work and art. But it's just proven, right, that like especially if this is to get someone to hire him, when you see a face, that extra human connection happens. So
absolutely, I think that it builds trust without even being aware of that's what's happening. You start to build trust with someone that you want to hire just based on the visual representation. And I don't know if it's just kind of instinctual and it just happens. It's not something that people think too much about, but I do think it helps to build a relationship initially with having a visual and a smiling face and this, an approachable person.
Yep.
Do we see him if you clicked on that LinkedIn link at the bottom? Does it give us a picture? I mean, now I'm just like nosy and curious.
Yeah, now you can.
Oh, Jay Turner.
Jay Turner.
He deactivated it right before.
All right.
To put you on display, Jay.
All right.
Cool.
Well, cool. Thanks, Jay Turner, for being on the firing line.
Yeah.
Good job, Jay.
Very great.
Cool site.
Love your logo, Jay.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Up next is Zebulon Solutions.
God, that's a fun name to say.
It's super fun name. Look at this image right off the bat. That's really
Gorgeous.
Wow.
Love this. First, like, full width hero we've seen,
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh, that's nice.
So like the whole top of the site is a slider.
Yep. That's.
So this is all above the fold. What happens when you start scrolling?
Oh, and you can.
Yeah, it's all about.
Ooh, that's nice.
Oh, I like their little
Yeah,
graphic.
icons that tells me a story without having to really read.
Oh, Jay's
Posting a link.
fixing the link. We will see your face, Jay.
Yeah, we're gonna find you, Jay.
You can see your,
See your face in the YouTube icon.
So Jay's a good looking dude. He should have his picture on there.
He has a great picture in his little thing there.
Yeah, totally.
So I'm loving Zebulon. This is very clean, very modern.
Oh, I love that tagline. Oh, great tagline.
Man, yep. Break things, yes.
That does. I was trying to see. Yeah, I was like,
What is the speed that it's rolling through these?
Yeah, it's a little slow. What's going on here? Okay. I love this video slide.
It's one of those, like the middle slide is the one with like the most straightforward call to action.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it sits our services and contact us. I'm wondering if it needs to sit a little bit longer just to have it register and have someone decide if that's where they want to click.
Yeah. What happens when we watch the video?
it takes us to YouTube. I want to just.
Oh, but it's
Ooh, it's still on page?
yeah.
it's still on page. Yeah.
Yes.
That's nice.
This is great. Great
Cool.
video.
Yeah, really well produced.
Yeah, they definitely hired somebody to produce this, and it looks really, really great.
I guess
This is powerful. Why choose us right away?
Yeah, and then this is the same video as the one.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I dig that. Another chance for the
Yeah.
user if they're one of the, 90% of people to scroll down immediately.
That's what
Well, I always feel like you can't repeat things enough on a website,
Yeah.
on your social media, or anywhere. Just keep putting it out there, because people will miss a page. Even if you think that it's obvious, they'll miss it.
Mhm.
And that's a cool note too, Nikki. I mean, connecting back to the social, you never know what page they're going to come in on. I mean, yeah, sure, most organic search users will hit the homepage, but if you're linking direct to your services page, they may not have consumed any of the homepage yet. So I love that comment.
Oh, thanks.
This is a really long homepage.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
What's the name of that crazy paradoxical shape? Serge, you probably know.
I don't know off the top of my head.
No mathematicians in the group here. What happens when we click on some of those links up at the top? So where does our
Yeah,
service
it's
take
going-
us?
Oh, sorry. This is
No,
about
about us is good too.
I got to say, I do love the full screen loading with the brand color too. That's a nice
Mhm.
touch.
I'm guessing this is the same video. Oh no.
Okay.
it's a
Yeah.
little bit more, yeah. Here's the same one. Who they are.
Glad they have,
To see
they have
those
pictures,
faces.
Jen.
They have pictures. I like the pictures. I like to see people.
Cool.
Yeah, little bios. That's nice.
Yeah.
I do like how the colors do kind of carry throughout the site.
Yep.
With the purple and yeah.
For sure. Congruent branding throughout so far, for sure.
What section are we in?
This is about us.
Oh wow.
Okay.
All right. Our services.
Okay. I like the infographics. I mean, visuals to help people understand what they do.
Just in the, I guess it's kind of the hierarchy of the navigation. Blog, I'm wondering if it needs to go somewhere else because I feel like one, get started and contact us. What is the big difference? What's the differentiating factor in between those two?
Yep.
And putting blog before both of those almost makes it seem like that may be more important than like, reach out to us and let's work together. So
Yep.
just thinking through.
What
Like
happens
that.
when you click on blog? I'm interested to see if it's current.
Why reshore?
Oh, no dates.
No dates.
Well,
This
that's clever of them.
Oh, there we go. 2020.
Okay, 2020.
All right, team. Oh, they even got some embedded links in here.
yeah. That's nice.
That's good. Good SEO.
With reshore.
There's so much content on this site, but it's not feeling particularly overwhelming, which is a tricky balance to get to, but they seem to have done it pretty well.
Well, these are tech people too, and so they are speaking directly to their customer, and tech people want descriptions, I think, more than images. I'm not really a tech person. My husband is, and I know that he would get excited about having all that information. But yeah, I am curious about the get started and contact us. That's different.
Yeah, just
look at this.
I guess I can buy it now.
That's kind of incredible.
Huh.
I think that's cool. That's kind of bold. Like,
I would. So to me, I find it unusual that it's stuck at the top. Okay, good. It's at the bottom as well. I feel like it feels a little presumptuous to have it at the top first to me, but that it's in both locations is probably something that a tech person would really love.
Yep. I like too that at the bottom, imagine being a user kind of, oh man, $5,000's a lot, but look at this incredible, detailed review I get. And then you get to the bottom and go down, Serge, and it's like, oh, I'm still not sure. Oh, free consultation, or I have a question, or I want a quote. That's a great user flow.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's a lot of content and there's a lot of things to learn about. But I do wonder if there could be like even more sales type language, because it seems like a huge package to purchase. And if you're like going to take something to production and they're going to help you figure out if it works, it seems like you would want to have that conversation with them. And so maybe some more like sales language, or I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I'm just looking at it like if I were to be purchasing something.
Jen, you kind of read my mind. That's why I think we all were kind of aghast that there are like product cards, to purchase this right away at levels of 5K. It's almost like you'd want like a little, almost another step, which is unusual to say, right? Because usually we want less steps, but.
Yeah, I guess I've never come across something that direct for that price. Usually it's like a lot lower priced item. Something like this seems like you would want to talk to that team first and really get to know the product before I were to give you money.
Yep.
And I have no experience with product development, so I don't know if I'm one to give that feedback, but I do think it feels like, oh, okay. But I think it's great to know your price ranges. I think having prices on websites is like super great for everybody, because it gives you, okay, this is no sticker shock. Like I know what I'm getting into.
And you don't want to waste time later on. I think so. Something that is, of course, I jumped on Instagram to see if I could find them, and I did. And they have content that is, the most recent content is 2013. So they're a company that's been around for a while. I'd be real interested to know how many sales they get from that page. They've got at least 7 years of being a business. Who knows how long this website's been active, but I'd be real curious to see if that's been an effective way to get sales for them.
I would maybe move that free consultation up above it, because that might give a comfort level as well if you're looking at these prices and you're waiting till you get to the very bottom to see that there is a free consultation to maybe understand more about what might work for you. So maybe pulling that up to the top so there's a sense of kind of understanding and support, and then you see the packages below that.
Yeah.
There's an interesting, it could be interesting too to have, like we were saying earlier, maybe not buy now, but some sort of, explore this product offering or whatever. They go to a next step and enter some info, so that even if they don't end up purchasing, you'd be able to track, some intent. So that could be just an interesting way.
Yeah. Where do we go and contact us? Do they have an email capture on that page?
There we go. That was kind of funky layout.
And then this goes to a separate page, which is the same thing. Maybe it's like from a data perspective, I'd be curious to see what the user flow is.
Right.
Yeah.
From a sales perspective. Yeah.
I think that the site looks super like professional, like it was like made by like I didn't make it myself. Like I think that they put a lot of time and energy into the copy and the layout, and I think it's a really phenomenally done site, and I think that it really does have a lot of great information, and it's not really overwhelming at all. And I do like this site a lot. I think they've done a lot of really hard work on it.
I going back to those images. I think that they have really fantastic storytelling, photography go on all the pages. So I think that that's really amazing as well.
Yeah, like I know nothing about manufacturing or testing products, but now I feel like I can what it be like to work there. Like kind of can get a feel of it.
Yeah, visualize.
Yeah.
There's some comfortability.
Yeah.
I love the icons too. We haven't seen much icons so far.
Yeah.
It's a great site.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you, Zebulon Solutions, for being on the firing line.
Thanks,
Nice, Jay.
This is
Thanks,
Lane.
Jay.
Yes.
Jay came through.
Maddie, to answer your question, it depends on what your goals are. One of the things with social media to remember is that it's kind of rented space, and a website is something that you own. So it really depends on what your goals are with being in the digital space.
I'm nodding my head and like pumping my fist, Kate, because I think you're on borrowed land. If you're only, and I'm a social media, I want you to be on social media. I think it's really good for your business, but I think you need to have your own web presence, that you're collecting your own emails and you're getting, like the people that you have a place that's like your digital storefront. Like that's where people are going to look at your business. And if social media goes away one day or something, I don't know, your website might still be there.
I know someone who works, who sells directly on Instagram, and that's her only platform. And she got reported for an image and they shut down her whole account and she lost her entire audience and had to start all over again, which is one of the more terrifying reasons to remember that it's rented space.
Yeah, it's sort of like what Jen was saying. Your website is your storefront. Social media is your sign spinner. Like, social media should be sending people to a space where you control what's happening on your website. And I think that it also breeds a lot of trust, and that there's another place to land. And additionally, if you don't have a website, you're not able to market to people who don't have social media. You're really relying on that.
I love thinking about your digital presence as this big thing, and then you have components of it, right? With your site, your social channels, your email list. And so it's all part of this experience you're trying to give people who are interacting with you. And a mentor of Kate and I's too has mentioned like intimacy levels. And I love this idea of like, social media is maybe like meeting a person at a cafe, having a coffee with them and chatting. They get to your website. Maybe it's, let's meet at a brewery and have a couple beers, and they get in your email list. And it's like, come to my house and drink a bottle of wine with me and listen to a record. And so, there's these, with the storytelling and the way you're interacting with people, it can be different intimacy levels. I won't go the next level deeper when we buy a product.
Get that microphone out now, right now, Corey.
It's here. Watch out.
All right. Up next is minimoneymanagement.com.
Shout out to Lauren.
Yeah.
He's our buddy from E4All. This is great.
Yeah.
Nice.
So this is the homepage.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm assuming those are clickable. Yeah. Oh, this is cool. It's like choose your own journey as far as UX.
Can you hover on parents and homeschools for just a second?
Mm-hmm.
How can it help? Okay. So off of the bat, just the front page here of this website, I don't really have a clear idea about what they're doing. Yep. So I'm a parent. I have kids in school and in homeschool now, thanks to COVID. So I feel like I'm a target audience, but I'm a little unsure about just from this screen what they're offering me.
Agreed, Nikki. A lot of potential with like the, self-identify kind of tool, so they can serve you the right journey. But if there was maybe in place of that subhead, or in addition to just more like, welcome, here's who we are, here's what we do, now dive in.
Yeah. Oh, so there's a video there.
Ooh,
And
bring that up.
like, let's bring that to the top or put that on the main page to tell us the story.
Huh.
Are we able to get back to that initial landing page?
Oh. Oh.
Hmm.
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
Did the URL change, Serge?
I think it's probably using a cookie to.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're never going to be able to be a teacher again. Is that?
Never again. You're only a parent.
Oh, but what about in the top, like our work, parents, homes? Okay.
Okay, there we go. There's.
Well, but then is there anything for teachers?
The logo didn't click to home.
No, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Go back into hacker mode, Serge.
But
Go back into hacker mode, Serge. I saw you go into hacker mode earlier.
oh no.
I'm in.
What is this next level stuff?
Huh.
A lot of content.
Okay, here. So finally, so I know what Mini Money Management does, but this is the first time that, as we've been popping around, that I've seen that teaching financial literacy. That needs to be the tagline at the top of that first page. It's got to tell me, what am I here for? Why? Why? Why do I want to click on any of these links?
Yeah.
Perfect.
These don't go anywhere. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The second part of that, what Nikki's saying is, I understand that it's about teaching my children financial literacy, but what age does this become appropriate? And I would love to have that, right at the beginning.
Oh, interesting. Lauren
Reset
said-
user button.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what happens if we're at school?
Huh.
Okay, and then again, like what grade of teachers are able to adopt this? Is it like K through 5th? Is it K through 12? Is it 6 through 12? What's the, okay, here we go, age of 5. Children begin to develop their spending savings. Okay.
Yeah, I think this is an opportunity to, pull out those did you knows and make them really, part of the page. Maybe that's how you break up the sections of the page with these little nuggets of information.
I love these little graphics. They're so.
Me too, Jen. The visuals are.
Yeah, they got like a cool mid-century modern vibe, like a little bit of this kind of 50s look.
Parents didn't get any of those. Parents had photos, which I think is kind of interesting. I wonder if that's like a marketing, to two different audiences.
I'm gonna reset. I want to be a partner. Huh.
What I'm noticing as you're clicking through pages, though, that the color branding seems fairly consistent. Like he's using the same few colors and
Green and blue, and that's nice.
red, yeah.
So I haven't seen that logo larger. I've only seen it like tucked over in the corner, and I don't actually know what's on the other side of that M. I can't tell from my. I feel like there's a story that's being told in that logo that I'm not capturing.
I think it's 3 M's, Mini Money
Oh,
Management.
it's 3 M's? Oh, okay. I can tell.
I'm really impressed with the layout, but it there's like I'm gonna nerd out a little bit here, guys. In like a heuristics analysis with UX of a site, you want things to repeat so the user gets used to it. And it almost feels like every section is different. It's all really beautiful. But especially if you were to, like we just did, reset your user type and be like, I'm also a teacher and I'm a parent, like I'm exploring both. You almost feel like you're on a totally different website as far as flow. There's that tagline, Nikki. Like,
Partner sign up.
I wonder what this is built on.
Lauren, you want to hop in and tell us?
Yeah.
What did you use to build the site? I also know from his social media that he's does really fantastic videos on his social media channels to market, and I'd love to see more of that integrated or have that highlighted. That video putting that up at the top or on that main landing
Yeah.
page. Oh, there's my M's. I see them now.
And guess what I'm gonna say? Lauren needs to have
Is what?
his headshot.
Yes.
He's also a good-looking dude that needs to be represented on. I think it would be great to see.
There he is.
There we go.
There he is.
About us. Here we go. Sorry, Lauren. Yeah.
Cool. You can tell. Thank you, Lauren. Fully custom. Yeah, you can tell it's web appy and it's really delightful.
I think it's a clever way of, and Lauren, maybe if you want to chime in on the comment section, but a way to see who your ultimate customer is. Like, is it B2B? Are you trying to be B2C or both? I think it's an interesting approach that you're taking. I haven't seen it anywhere else.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, the self-identifying.
Do you, Lauren, if you don't mind jumping in and telling us, do you have more clients that are more clients that are parents or teachers? Are you getting more from schools or from, because I almost feel like whoever you have, you might lead with that. And then, or whoever you want your ideal client to be, to lead with it and then offer that as an option on another page. Do you know what I mean? Like, target your teachers, but then are you also a parent that is interested in this? Maybe
Yeah.
have them splinter off separately.
Yeah.
Can you go to pricing? I'm just curious, like how that's broken down for, because I see that it says a free option for teachers.
It's not going anywhere.
Okay.
Maybe it's tied to a user type.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
let's see.
But then it's not there.
Oh,
Oh,
That's
interesting.
weird. I wonder why it wouldn't. Maybe there is no pricing.
Oh, interesting, Lauren.
Huh.
Well, then going back to what you were saying earlier, Corey, about making it really easy to buy the product or buy the service, and right now it's not.
Right.
What about on contact? Does that, do we get like a free consultation or no, nothing about what we might get out of a contact?
Yeah, that conversion piece could just use a little work. Really cool site, though.
Yeah. Cool site.
I also think it has a lot of value in the world right now. And I think just a few little tweaks of the copy or maybe the user experience would get a lot more, or result in a lot more people either signing up for a newsletter, getting their email or something, just so you can capture them. Maybe making like a freebie of something that people can get to be, to sign up for your newsletter or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, or he's got that YouTube channel. So sending people over to his YouTube channel to learn more.
I would feature that video, that the video, What is Mini Money, seems to be kind of hidden at the bottom of the pages.
Yeah.
And that seems like very straightforward, kind of the umbrella information as to what you do. And if you have a YouTube channel, then I would feature that more as well. I'd bring that further up to the top.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, as a parent, I want to dig into this a little bit for sure. I think it's been neat.
Awesome. Well, thank you, minimoneymanagement.com.
Thank you, Mini Money Management. Very cool. Very cool.
Thanks,
web app.
Lauren.
Great job,
Yeah,
Lauren.
thanks for answering all of our questions.
I think we can do one more.
As the Grand Poobah, I give the blessing to run over time.
Thank you.
Happy one of these. Okay. We have nothing else after this evening. So honestly, Serge, if you want to run as long as you want, it's really up to you. This panel, how long you want to sit and review.
Baby. How long can we
How
go,
long do
team?
you want to stick around in the stream too?
I have to hop off at 5:25.
All right. Okay.
Well, let's do it again.
So we have Via, we have My Emotion, we have ICU2, and then Volt Bell HR.
Let's make sure to do Via. They've been in the stream the whole time.
Just to be, and then we can time check.
Sure. Okay. All right. Via.
I already absolutely love their images. And
Yep.
the scrolling speed seems pretty good, like pretty good timing.
And another very professional feeling website.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh,
I
those
like-
pictures make me happy.
I like the very emotional. Yeah, I like the images are very humanistic. I like the embellishment with their little mark, their logo mark kind of in the background, but I think it gets a little bit like if it wasn't there on that white one, it might break up a lot of the content and imagery we have going on, just a small nitpicky thing.
I love that in their photos they're wearing the brand's colors.
Yeah.
It's real subtle, but it makes it feel really integrated.
Oh, that's so good. I didn't even notice that, Nikki. That's awesome.
I also love that they are getting in front of the news and they're just putting out there exactly what their response to COVID has been, and because they're transportation service for senior citizens, and so we want to make sure that those people who are, you know, compromised are like super safe and still able to get around. And I love that they're like just talking about it right away.
Yeah.
And that seems very like they're keeping up with their website. They're not just letting it be like a stagnant place that just kind of gets attention once a year or something. Like it seems like it's pretty up to date.
I kind of want to see like a tagline or a very direct, like, this is exactly what we do, above the fold there. And I love that enhancing mobility
Yeah.
line. So I don't know if maybe there's a way to, in that block where it says want to schedule a ride, maybe right above that it says enhancing mobility, and then want to schedule a ride underneath it.
That'd be nice.
Just like there's a lot of clarity as to what exactly is being offered there.
Yeah. I think moving this like maybe further down
That could actually
might be better. I don't know. That was a thought I had.
Yeah, I like that, Serge. Yeah, it's a little bit interesting because I really like the layout with everything sectioned really nicely, but they're a little bit squat, you know. Maybe a little more vertical room. Like it gets better down here, and this is a classic stair step. I love this.
So good imagery.
Yeah.
It all works together so well.
Oh, they got
Ooh, I love
graphic.
these.
Wow. Brand colors too. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I love these blocks. These blocks at the bottom feel really personal, and also give a lot of personality. So I almost feel like they're hidden at the bottom there because these seem like really important pieces that should be shared from the get-go.
I love Have You Had the Talk too. That's such great voice. I really like the partners slider. It doesn't look like it's auto going, which it probably should, but it's the first time we've seen everybody else just sort of statically put them all in there. And I think this is a really elegant way when you have a slider like this to showcase multiple logos.
Yeah. And Nikki, I'm sure you're looking, but I am too. There's the social icons. Do we have any?
There they are, all of them.
Oh,
Bang,
look
bang,
at that.
boom.
Okay.
Wow.
Here we go. All right.
Yeah, and they're on Insta, and it's current. It's up one day. The last one was yesterday, so they're
Awesome.
One thing to mention with the social icons, and you social gals will probably agree with this, I hope, otherwise I'm going to be embarrassed. But
We won't pardon you.
there's no need to it wouldn't be a bad thing to also have them higher up in sections, right? If there's a section you're talking about connecting your contact, have them there again. Like so many, I think brands just, oh, I put them in the footer, that's all I need to do. And it's like, no, social media is such a huge part of communication now. Make them more prominent.
I agree.
I mean, I like seeing it at the top of the page sometimes too. Like it's often like a footnote, but you know, particularly in the case of some of the ones we were looking at earlier, they had, or in the case of the Madeline, who was talking about having a really great social presence, but maybe not such a robust web presence, is send them to where you're putting all your, where they can see up-to-date current stuff. Don't make it hard for them to find it.
Yeah.
Can we click some of the tabs like services and?
Sure.
Oh, I love these pictures.
Gosh.
These pictures make me super happy. Like if my grandma was still around, I'd be having to pick her up and take her places.
Yeah. Really, really beautiful, like visual layout. via. This is,
Yeah.
I like the use of cards where applicable. Like even just that little about via like headline right above the logo mark.
Yeah. Now they showed an image of a building recently, and I'm kind of curious about that. Is that like a?
Oh yeah. How does that tie in?
And that is, and something else that I had seen on another page about, do you want to be a driver for VIA? Can I use my own vehicle? Do I need to, like, I see that they have that VIA vehicle behind them, some alliteration there. But I guess I'm a little bit unclear so far about, so mobility options. What they have, it looks like they've got a bus. It looks like there's some cars. If I want to be a driver, do I just apply to be a driver? Can I use my own vehicle? Is this like an Uber thing? I'm a little bit confused about that, I guess, right now.
Let's see.
Maybe that's under work with us. I don't know.
Where was that?
Yeah.
No.
Work with us is up at the top, one of the tabs by contact.
Oh, work with us. Oops.
But I'm not sure if that's
Like volunteer.
okay. Yeah. All they want is a ride. I like how they have some stuff bolded that kind of sticks out so I can like capture information quickly.
And that was the hierarchy thing that you're always talking about, Corey. Like there's sections here where I can see that what's broken up a little bit lets me jump to the important bits.
Yeah, look at that too. FAQs have got an expandable, good like kind of interactive functionality because that's just such a great use case of that would have been just more content, but instead the user can interact with it and consume it if they want to.
Yeah. I think that at the bottom too, all of the navigation again is sort of repeated in like all of the clickable places on the site.
Yeah.
And I think that's nice that you can find what you're looking for in multiple places.
That is interesting. I think this is what you guys were noting, the almost multiple menu. So if you go to the top, there's that header, and then there's kind of like this sub menu that's sticky as you scroll down. It's kind of nice. As long as it doesn't get too mixed up, right?
Yeah, it looks like there's not an indicator. Like this is probably little things. Like I know I'm on the work with us page because of the URL, but I don't see an indicator. Especially with, like, as you said, Corey, like all the sub menus.
Right. Well, it works on down there, yeah, sir. Yeah. So maybe they can just apply that same functionality to the top nav.
Yeah, it might be a little bit easy to get lost and forget where you ended up, how you got to the page that you wanted to get to.
Pagination could be another easy option to kind of put in here, just so you see kind of the breadcrumbs of where you are, just because there is a lot to explore. Serge, I want to see responsiveness, especially because people are probably booking rides from their phone. Nice. Hamburger menu. Hamburgers.
So Esther and Lindsay both said that the building that I pointed out, that is their building. Can you just answer me if that is the building where you like store your vehicles, or is there any other reason why you would go to that building?
Oh, you mean like a client or potential like?
Yeah, is there a reason? I mean, does it speak to me as a consumer?
Right.
There's a building there.
Let's see applicability. Mobile looked great. Great job on that.
Yeah.
Via team.
This one is interesting.
What happened? Yeah.
This one is on services get started. Then there's also services on demand. And then the menu goes away. And then there's this.
Whoa! What just happened?
Maybe something when I.
You broke it, Serge.
I broke it. Oh, look at that.
You broke it.
I found a bug.
That's interesting.
Full hacker mode.
One thing as you're clicking around all these pages, one thing I'm noticing is like on the very first page it says schedule a ride, but since then I haven't seen like a phone number, like who do I call, how do I book, and like I think that should be like super easy and obvious on every page, or
Yeah,
at least multiple times.
I guess
Well,
they
then
have-
there's one up there, but
it's a little
Also, at the very top right there,
Oh, I see
I'm
it.
not sure how much of the business is run off of donations too, but it might be worth making that very top bar static if that's something that's really important, and maybe even having a schedule a ride button up at the top there, just to make sure that that remains front and center regardless of where you're scrolling.
Totally, Kate. They either need to make that sticky as well or add it to that sticky
Mm-hmm.
nav bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I see their phone number, but it's kind of small up in the top left, and I still wonder, like, what's the best booking method? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
electronically, or do I call?
Hmm.
What's the ultimate goal for the user, right? And then put those tools front and center.
Mhm.
yeah, I also like who specifically is your target audience? Are you getting a lot of callers, riders from, caretakers that have a parent at home that need a ride, or are you getting calls from hospitals or from senior centers? I think that, or is there a different stream for how all of those people would contact you? I imagine that you guys have a lot of relationships with senior centers and things like that, but right now I'm not exactly sure how I start the process as an individual caretaker if I have a parent at home that needs a ride.
Yeah, it's almost like they could take a page out of Lauren's book with sort of the really immediate, really easy, like self-identifying who you are, and then get served the proper user journey. And I mean, it's a pretty comprehensive site, so it could be challenging, but I'm sure it could be done.
Yeah.
Even the idea of maybe adding in something on the navigation that's like a resources section. Because I keep thinking back to that bottom where it's like, have you had the talk? And
Yeah.
obviously this is a company that offers rides, but it's so much more than that. This is a very emotionally invested service. So making sure that you're, driving home the point that you're there on a larger scale as well to support would probably be great.
Yeah, I like that too, Kate.
Resource sheet.
I keep thinking about that have you had the talk too, and that's the copy is really well written, but that's where you get a spark of voice, and it would be awesome to see a little more of that, because it truly is such a amazing community focused, mission based organization. Maybe a little more emotional conversational headlines where they'd fit.
Yeah.
I just have to say again how much I love these images. Like, they do not feel like stock images. They feel much like on brand, which I think is important to consider when you're, when you're wanting to relate to other people in your community, that you're making it, the people in your community are featured in here on your website. I love that. I think
Branded beat, baby. Death to the stock photos.
Yeah. I mean, to get started, you might need a couple, but
Sure.
yeah, this is such a personal brand, and you want to trust this company with, your the special people in your life. And this definitely feels like a trustworthy business just because of those visuals.
Yeah.
So
One interesting, we're kind of expanding into a broader spectrum, like the customer experience, but I'd be interested if they have any custom splash pages, like where are people coming in? Is it organic search? Or because that could be a useful way to get around, the possibly overwhelming nature of users coming here and being like, oh, I just want to donate, or, oh, I just want to, is having some really dedicated landing pages.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, anything else for VIA?
Yeah,
Beautiful
I just
site,
want to circle back. Zoe answered that they provide accessible transportation for older adults and people with disabilities, which I absolutely understand and get from the website. Are those the people who are booking those rides, though? I think that's the question. Or are you trying to reach the caregivers, and what variety of caregiver are you targeting?
Yep. Nice, thank you. There's a difference between the end user and the user of the site.
Yeah.
But the website's beautiful. It's very impressive. You've done a really great job with it, or hired somebody who did a very great job with it. One way or the other. Good job.
Cool. Well, thank you, Via, for being on the firing line.
Great job, Via.
I love what you guys do. I love it.
All right, it's 5:15. I feel like we're cutting it close.
Let's end it, Serge.
Can we promise to do another one? I really love these, and I want to do it again for the other three.
Yeah, let's do another one. So My Emotion, I See You Too, and then Bulk Bell. I'll reach out to you via email. We'll do another one in August. And then if anyone else is interested, you can sign up and go to innovatelongmont.org/firingline, and you can sign up.
InnovateLongmont.org/firing line.
I feel like I need that microphone during normal sessions. Just
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very Grand Poobah.
What if I actually pulled out the microphone after?
We gotta rehearse that for next time.
I think we need to do a very quick shout out to Morgan for being the Grand Poobah, just to say it in the microphone because I think it sounds cool.
Let me turn it all the way up. I would love nothing more. Thank you to our fearless leader, the one, the only, the Grand Poobah, Morgan Smith.
Thank you. Now, I have to say, I think it's only fair to the folks who are still on the streams. How do y'all provided some amazing feedback. How do they get in touch with you all? Where should they go?
You can find Nikki and me at the @ Branded Beat on Instagram and Facebook. And we provide social media management and strategy. We also provide branding photography for companies here in the Longmont area.
We're still building our digital storefront, Madeline. Don't judge us. We've got a banging social media presence and know everything.
That we have
We're getting there. We're getting there.
No worries, Branded Beat gals, because we just launched our website last night, technically, catapultcreative.co, like LongmontStartupWeek.co, with that change, catapultcreative.co. Check us out on social as well. Kate, what are our social handles again?
Creative Co.
There you go.
And then all the Innovate stuff, you can go to innovatelongmont.org, and it's same handle, only Facebook page. I will say that we are currently accepting applications for our accelerator program, which is beginning September 8th. So you can go on the website, innovatelongmont.org, and also apply if you're interested for an 11-week accelerator program, all virtual.
Awesome. That is awesome.
Very cool.
And I concur with Jenny Loper. I definitely.
I'm gonna get you one of these, Morgan.
I know. Honestly, I'll take it. I'll take it. I definitely will.
Write that down.
All right, folks. Thank you so much for joining Longmont Startup Week 2020. Thank you to everyone who submitted a website for the firing line, and I can't wait to see Innovate do more sessions like this with folks like you.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Morgan. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye, everybody.